Welcome back everyone, and we're going to be looking at travel tripods today, which is one of the things I used to absolutely love looking at because it was just something to make my life easier when I went out and about. And I always used to, and still do in all fairness, take this Rolei, something like that, travel tripod. You should see a review to it up here, and I've used this now for quite a while, and I gotta be honest, I really like it. I replaced the head bit there with a Joby one, just so that it fits various bits and pieces, lights and everything else. But it's on an Arca Swiss plate, so I can drop it out and drop the camera straight onto it, because I tend to use the cameras with the small rig adapters on now that have got the Arca plate built in. So, what's the problem with this? It's nice, it's small, it's compact. I like the screw feet fitting, really good. It's just not as stable as sometimes I need when I'm out and about. It depends what I'm shooting. So I've been sent a Manfrotto tripod to have a look at, travel one. And it's the Befree-Advanced AL TWT. So yes, what's it saying? It says weight 1.49 to 3.29 pounds. 9 kilograms weight. I'd say that's how much it can take. And then it's got 150 centimeters, which is 59.055 inches. And it compacts to 40 centimeters, 15.7. So it's aluminium. So it's nothing fancy in terms of carbon or anything else like that. So it's got a little bit of weight to it. But in terms of size, great. The one thing I do like about this is the travel bag. How neat is that? So it's quite nice to have a travel bag. Quite often I just put this straight onto my rucksack or whatever, but actually that can be more convenient. In terms of weight between the two, not much in it in terms of what's in my hand at the moment, and especially as this is in a travel bag, that's quite nice. We're going to take this out later and I'm going to try it in the real world to see how good it is. Now it is a little bit more expensive than the Rolei, although actually saying that, the Roleo's gone up in price since I reviewed it considerably. So yeah, it might not be that much difference now. You need to go and check. Straight away, it's feeling nice. Head's built in, so it's a ball head into that. We'll go through some of the features later, but nice and compact. And yeah, everything's designed to just move really smoothly. Now, one thing I've noticed on this that they've done, can we see that onto there, is the head collar. Whereas on this one, we've got exactly the same as the leg tubes. It can be a real pain in the backside when you're doing that, because you've got no real control on it, and if you've got weight and camera on, it can suddenly drop, and etc, etc. What they've done with this to get around that is they've put notches. So we've got 3 notches all around the side of that, which gives you a lot more control in terms of how you alter that on the head column. So that's quite a nice feature. Pretty standard ball mount in all fairness. Be interesting to see what it's like in terms of moving when the camera's on. Feels nice, does feel nice. Well, let's see what we can do. Oh, that's nice. So for extending, we've got these little bits at the side here, and moving the legs is so much easier with that than when we have them on the top there. Never thought that was going to be something I would go, yeah, I need that in my life. So in terms of stability, it's bloody fantastic. Their ball head, absolutely spot on. Got a nice little bit of tension into there, recompose really quick. That's going to work amazingly well. So we've got the usual little hooks, and we've got little bits on the side here for mounting stuff onto as well. We've got the thread onto there, which is quite nice. I do like that on a tripod. especially if I end up using this for video or anything else. I might have a screen and an arm going into the side there. What else we got onto here? Notice at the side we've got the tension, which is quite nice. So what that's going to allow me to do is to tension that in terms of how much it goes, so it just doesn't suddenly flop. That works really nice. It's very loose, so it's easily going to get moved in a bag. Yeah, that's, yeah, downside from that point of view. In terms of the feet of the legs, love that action. Now, the one thing they do on this, you can't turn these. They are fixed in a position, and that's great because we've got on the feet there, they are chamfered. So we've got across there so we can grip. But that's really nice. Positive actions onto those. Yeah, there we go. So in terms of height, just so you can get, there we go, so we got that onto there. If I stand up, I'm probably, yeah, so I'm 6'1", used to be 6'2", I've shrunk. How's that? And then we've got the camera onto there. There we go. So you can see the height that we're getting out of that. So we're getting a sort of 5'1". And it did tell you on the thing, but with the camera on top, that's what we're getting. Okay, something I've missed or neglected to tell you is we've got this bottom bit here where we can take this cap off. And I say we can take the cap off. It says we can take the cap off. We can take the cap off. So we take that off, and then we can turn it upside down to go that way into there as well. So you can get the camera lower if you need to and put it through that way. Always useful. Let's put that back. So that's an extra little feature that I neglected to tell you about. What else have we got that's an extra little feature? Obviously we've got the little hook on the side here for hanging things off and bags and everything else as well. Or a carry strap if you want a carry strap. We haven't got an extra carry strap, that's it. We've just got the bag with that's attached, but that's fine. It's very rare I'd use that anyway. So yes, that is all the features. So I'm actually going to go and use this out in the wild with a base plate on. Okay, I'm interrupting this. I'm in the edit suite. I'm just going through the video at the moment. And yeah, it's obvious that I've cut a few bits out of this because they were my preconceptions. I have got into a system over the years of using Arca Swiss plates for my cameras. They're in the handle grips and everything else, so I don't have to carry a plate with me. And obviously this Manfrotto comes with its own proprietary plate system, which to be fair is really, really good. So they have a safety feature on there, it's nice, it's easy, and they've used it for years in all fairness, there's nothing new into that. But my way of working now, as I've developed over the years, is I have switched over to the Arca system for most of my work. I still use some of the traditional Manfrotto plates, the big ones, for when I'm doing architecture and things like that, because they're just superior. There's no two ways about it, and it protects my equipment. But when I'm run and gunning and having little things like a travel tripod and that, actually I just want to drop it on. Having the extra plate is a bit of a pain in the backside, but I appreciate that is my lookout. I've got a preconception of that. Most people don't have that, in all fairness. So I cut those out because I didn't think it was really fair that I went on about my preconceptions when actually the tripod itself is blooming brilliant. And if I've got a real big issue with that, I can replace the ball head for a different one. But I just thought I'd drop that in now because obviously it's something that's worth you noting, that it's not an Arca Swiss plate. It probably doesn't bother you. You might not even know what an Arca Swiss plate is. But I thought, interests of transparency and my issues with it. That's my only thing really in that respect. But yeah, there you go. Right, we're out and about today and we're testing this Manfrotto tripod. Nice smooth action on those rings, which is really, really nice. Drop that in. I like the fact we can tighten that centre column really easily. So let's turn the friction down slightly. Okay, testing this. And yes, I'm over my inability to use the Arca Swiss plate on it and have the own plate. The beauty of it is that actually it's got a thumb screw that you just use yourself, so I don't need to bring any extra tools because that would be an absolute pain in the backside. So that's really, really nice. The head itself is lovely, and if I need the Arca, then I'm just gonna have to replace the head for something different. That's just the way it is. I'm not too worried about that. In terms of height, I haven't got it up too high at the moment. We're quite windy here. I've got it on the base. If I want it up higher, I'm going to get a bit of rocking, but it's a travel tripod. I haven't got anything better than that at the moment, in all fairness. The legs, I absolutely adore the way those legs come. They're so responsive, so tight and nice. It's just perfect. Rather than having the clasp, that just works beautifully into that. So really, really nice to see. I think this is going to be a staple for me going forwards. Love the bag it's got in it as well. Okay, we're back in the studio now. I've had a little experiment with this, taking it out. Couple of little things. One is this little Allen key. I've got no pockets or anything in this travel bag to fit this securely and keep it. No zip pockets, and that's annoying really. Yes, I can put it in my bag, but you know what? I have several different bags. If I'm going out, I'm not necessarily going to take this with me because I'm going to forget that it exists. So it would have been nice to have a little storage pocket for this. There's absolutely nothing in there. Nice bag, but I don't want to lose that when I'm out. So I want somewhere to store it. I can't even store it on the tripod that I can tell. I've seen there's nothing in the instructions for it anyway. So that's a shame. Not the be all and end all, but little tiny things that would have made a bit of a difference. In terms of what you've got, this is a little bit loose for the tension control that we've got there. That little dial on the inside thing, which sort of makes it not useful because in between moving around to different locations, I'm not going to check that every time. And it's so easy just to move and to flip round, and my camera's at play onto there. So that's a bit of a pain in the backside. These on the legs, absolutely fantastic. One of the best mechanisms that I've seen for this. I've got to be honest, I've tried loads on carbon fiber tripods. I've got it on my main tripod that I use for work, which is a big sturdy tripod. But this, on this system, beautiful. I like the feet as well. Okay, we haven't got spikes, but that's not the end of the world to me. I like the fact I've got the travel bag with it. I love these catches that we've got onto there. That's it. So yeah, and the collar. I love the way the collar, the main stem goes up and down with those three little notches for you to grab onto as you do it. So it's really, really good from that point of view. Hope that's helped. Have a look at that. And the first look is if you're looking at this tripod as an option for you to have. And yeah, there you go. See you on the next one.